So I've currently reached this early stage of burnout, which is not a particular surprise. It's not my first rodeo. I have been in cycles of this throughout my life, which before my identification as autistic, I had always thought was a bout of depression. It comes with some very particular symptoms and very particular difficulties, which I thought it would be helpful for me to record my experiences of how to intervene before it becomes something a lot more serious during that overwhelm early stage. Usually I would have managed to intervene before this point, but there's been a lot of social stressors and difficulties that are quite unusual. So all in all, it's resulted in this. And when I say I'm in autistic burnout, what I mean is I am so tired all of the time. No matter how much I sleep, no matter what sleep aids I take, I wake up and I'm exhausted. I'm finding it very difficult to motivate myself to do anything. I am constantly having what I call little brain zaps, which feel like electric shocks in the head. I have a persistent headache, which is kind of at the front of my head, which doesn't go away with painkillers, just can't really be touched at all. I have periods where I forget my words. My working memory has been quite severely impacted. I'm forgetting stuff. There's been a serious increase in the filler words that I use, so lots of ums and uhs. Work is taking me significantly longer than it would otherwise do. I really struggle to concentrate. I find I'm repeating myself more often than I normally would. And physical activity is really, really quite exhausting. It seems particularly bad in the mornings. I slept through 3 alarms this morning and didn't really manage to move, but it's not really great at any time of day. So that's kind of how it feels for me. It just feels like I am operating on about 25 to 30% capacity of what I would normally do, and there's luckily I have some great colleagues and a support family who have. Oh, I forgot to mention the teariness. There's a lot of teariness, and I'm very irritable with people for things that are completely outside of their control that normally wouldn't bother me at all. It does feel like I'm one step closer to a meltdown a lot of the time. So my tolerance for literally everything is reduced, which then makes me more anxious. I'm constantly worried about ruining my relationships with colleagues, with friends, with other professionals. I'm withdrawing from social activities and other things because I just don't feel like it would be worth the payoff. I think it would take me a long time to recover. And I forgot what I was saying before that. But anyway, that's an insight into what burnout is feeling like for me at the minute. And as I say, this is an early stage burnout. This is not to the point where I'm unable to move or unable to make decisions, which has happened previously. I remember spilling a bag of rice on the floor several years ago and not knowing how I was going to pick that up, and just sitting sobbing on the kitchen floor because I couldn't figure out how to get the rice off the floor and into the bag. So I'm not there. So being able to intervene early, it's a skill, which is good. And I know as well, because I've been there before, it's not going to last forever, but it's a lot.